Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on Bayverse of Madness, and in today's video we are going to be reviewing the brand new Transformers Rise of the Beast Studio Series 102 Target exclusive buzzworthy Bumblebee Voyager Optimus Prime, and this figure is absolutely fantastic and is probably the best Voyager movie Optimus that we've probably ever seen in the Studio Series line. We will obviously compare to a few more Optimus Primes later on in the video, but as for this Optimus Prime, it's absolutely brilliant. So first of all, as always, we'll take a look at the packaging, and thanks to my amazing trip at TF Nation, I was lucky enough to acquire two versions of this Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime from In Demand Toys. Obviously, if you are a fan of the channel, you will know that I collect two versions of the Studio Series, one to keep sealed and one to mess around with. And obviously, given the fact that this figure has doubled and even tripled in price with him being a Target exclusive and everyone's just trying to get their hands on him, it's obviously a big positive for me, as I don't really have to track him down now. I do have the two in my collection, and that's really a big win for me. However, here is the Target exclusive buzzworthy Bumblebee Optimus Prime's packaging, and for some reason they've put it in the buzzworthy Bumblebee line, which is just really odd. But here is that packaging for the buzzworthy figures, like in every other. So obviously there we have a beautiful Optimus Prime sitting right there in the packaging, and to be honest guys, it's just an amazing figure. We obviously have the Transformers Studio Series right in at the side there. He's obviously 102 in the Studio Series line. Optimus Prime's name sits lovely there in the middle. Obviously we have the classic buzzworthy Bumblebee signs and the Hasbro signs, and obviously Bumblebee's image right there, and we get a little cameo from the man himself, Optimus Primal. And as we turn him around, we obviously have some more images that obviously lap around here at the front, and then we have that Autobot logo with the 102 at the side. We have a lovely image of RC there as well, and then as we turn him around, we have that beautiful CG render of Optimus Prime that was used for a lot of promotional image for Rise of the Beast. We have that Autobot logo at the top. Obviously it's a plastic free packaging. At the top, we have that beautiful Transformers Rise of the Beast logo. He's obviously from the Studio Series line. At the bottom, we get words and warnings, etc, etc. And finally, at the back of the box, there is some beautiful images of that Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime. There, obviously, we have Optimus Prime's name. He's obviously from Rise of the Beast and a Studio Series figure. He is big screen inspired, can transform in 34 steps. And there is that bio if you want to read, like every other Studio Series figure. And then obviously we have the classic backdrop that comes with every single Studio Series figure. More warnings and labels, and that pretty much does it for the packaging. And just as a little fun comparison, because why not, here is the packaging comparison for his mainline Voyager release, and this new Voyager is leaps and bounds over this Voyager, which we will obviously compare to later on in the review. But for now, that does it for the packaging. Let's get him onto our review station. And there is the new Studio Series Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime on my review station, and this figure looks absolutely brilliant. He is absolutely gorgeous looking. As we just grab him here and take a look at him, he looks absolutely insane and just cleans up so well, so well. Obviously one mode has to suffer, even though one mode does look pretty accurate, and that's the vehicle mode. There are some issues with the vehicle mode, but in terms of the robot mode, wow, doesn't this just look absolutely brilliant? It honestly looks like a mini masterpiece as we take a look at the details, starting off with that head sculpt. Look at that, that looks absolutely brilliant. Some nice silver going on for the battle mask, and some nice blue for his helmet. As we make our way down, some nice red and silver picked out. Obviously Rise of the Beast her Prime had a lot of silver and grey going on, so all of this is pretty accurate to what we saw in the movie. We have some Autobots logo here, some yellow picked out for the lights at the front, some lovely sculpted detail here for the front, and as we obviously make our way down, we have some lovely sculpted details as well for the arms, and the legs are done absolutely brilliant as well and clean up very nice. Some lovely sculpted detail also going through the legs and some nice paintwork here as well. Obviously the blue and gunmetal grey looking absolutely brilliant. And as we turn him around, he obviously cleans up so well, which is an absolute bonus for an absolutely amazing figure. Now in terms of articulation, the head is on a ball joint and can actually get a good range of movement. It's absolutely crazy the amount of movement you can get out of this Optimus Prime. The arms can go like that. Some great movement. Obviously just be careful with when you're putting the arms up like so. And then in terms of his arm, you have an hinge here at the arm, and then you also have a arm movement here. So you've got the hinge there and also the arm movement here. You have wrist rotation as well, which is an absolute bonus. He does have a waist swivel, which is absolutely insane. Now in terms of the legs, if you just want to move these pads out of the way, they can kick that far. They can obviously kick that far. Mine's a little stiff. There we go. Can kick that far and can kick back no more than that, obviously due to this section getting in the way. And then in terms of the legs, it can bend at the knee like so, and then the feet can also move, but that's really to do with transformation. So that does it for the articulation and the details. This figure just looks absolutely brilliant, and obviously if you can track this down, obviously it is very hard to get him over here, especially in the UK. I was lucky enough to find him at TF Nation earlier in the year. And then in terms of his accessories, Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime comes with his arm cannon, what we saw in the movie. The upgrade kit is actually perfecting of a lot of these weapons that Optimus Prime comes with, and such as this, it's just too small. I do agree with everyone, it's just way too small, and I will show you where you can put them in a second as I just move Optimus Prime out the way. The last thing that he comes with is this Energon sword that we saw him use a lot in that Rise of the Beast movie, and it is confirmed that the new Rise of the Beast Optimus Primal will come with that axe, so that's absolutely brilliant. Now in terms of storing them on the figure, if you want to just turn him around, there are obviously ports here on the back of the figure, so what you want to do is just take one of these ports and hang the sword on, and also you can take these tabs at the side and hang the gun on it as well, which is a nice touch. And then that's obviously the weapon storage stored on Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime. Or if you want to be cool enough, you can obviously have them stored on him. So what you want to do is take this blue tab, and there is a tab on either arm. So what I'm going to do is put the sword there like so. And then in terms of the arm cannon, you do have to do some transformation with the arm. So what you want to do is just take this tab, push it up like so, then you want to take the arm, flip it in, click it into place, bring that section back down, and obviously you have this peg, and then you want to take Rise of the Beast Optimus's gun and then just peg it on like so, and there you can have Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime shooting away at the Terracons. Now for the comparisons, here is Studio Series Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime next to the Transformers 2007 Studio Series Optimus Prime. Here is Rise of the Beast Voyager Prime next to the Bumblebee movie Voyager Prime, and I think these look absolutely brilliant. If I had to choose a personal favourite, I would definitely go with the Rise of the Beast Prime, but you can definitely tell the changes that happened between the two movies, which is absolutely brilliant. Here is all the Rise of the Beast Studio Series Autobot family that we have got so far. So obviously we've just got Optimus Prime, we have RC, we have Bumblebee, we are missing Mirage, but he has obviously just got announced. And then there is no sign of Pablo Wheeljack as of yet. So hopefully we can soon complete this amazing cast of the Autobots from Rise of the Beasts. And for the final comparison, here is the new Rise of the Beast Studio Series Optimus Prime next to the mainline version of Rise of the Beast Prime. And yes, I definitely think this is a major improvement over that mainline reveal. Obviously there is a lot more accurate representations on the new Studio Series version compared to the mainline version. That's not saying the mainline one is bad, but in terms of the two, the Studio Series one definitely wins without a doubt. And that does it for the robot mode, so let's get him into vehicle mode. If you want to see a full transformation on Rise of the Beast Studio Series Optimus Prime, then I will leave that link down in the description down below. But for now, let's get him into his vehicle mode. And there is the new Studio Series Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime transformed into his awesome but very flawed truck mode. Obviously the front looks absolutely brilliant, and in some angles this looks very accurate to what we saw in the movie, but as we turn it to the back, obviously we have this whole mess going on at the back, which is really a shame, because obviously I think they can just tab these two together and maybe hinge these blue sections, which are actually my biggest flaw. I don't like the way they just stick out. There we go. I just don't like the way they stick out, and it's sad because obviously they could have just hinged them out inward, and I think it would have looked a lot better. But this truck mode is probably the most flawed out of the two, but that's not to say it is a good looking truck mode, because it is. And obviously looking at the details at the front especially, we have some lovely details going on for the front of Optimus's Freightliner. Obviously we have a lovely grey going on for the cage, which is obviously very accurate to how Optimus appeared in the movie. We've got a lovely silver paint going on for the grille at the front. We've got some nice black details picked out for the window wipers, and some nice black plastic for the windows, and a nice silver top here to go along with it, with some nice silver details picked out for the lights, and even a few more details going on at the front. As we turn it around, here we have some more lovely sculpted details going on with some nice silver paint, a lovely black window there to represent the door, and obviously as we turn it around, here is that very flawed but nice looking blue for the back section. And then turn it around, obviously we have some nice details going on just like the other side of the truck, and that pretty much does it for the details on the truck. Now in terms of weapon storage, here is Optimus Prime's blaster, and what you want to do is you want to take the pegs on this, and then there are tabs up here that this will tab onto. So what I'm going to do is, because I've got gloves on, this might be a bit difficult. There we go, that tabs on like so. And then what you want to do is, you are actually supposed to do this through the transformation, but I might as well do it here. Here is the sword, and what you want to do is basically just untab the legs a little. There is a slot right at the back where the sword goes. What you want to do is just basically get it in the tab like so, and then just tab all the rest of the truck back together like so, so it looks a little bit like that. And that's your weapon storage. That actually doesn't look too bad with the sword, but the gun just sitting there looks a little bit ridiculous. But that does it for the truck mode, and let's get into some comparisons. For the first comparison, here is Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime's truck compared to the Transformers 2007 Studio Series one. For another comparison, here is the Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime's truck on the right, and the Bumblebee movie truck on the left. And as you can see, these are both from the Studio Series line. This Rise of the Beast one is a little smaller, but as you can see, the Bumblebee movie one definitely cleans up a lot better at the back than the Rise of the Beast one. I think if they could have took some aspects from this truck onto this one, then it would have been definitely a perfect figure in my opinion. But that does it for the Bumblebee movie comparison. For another comparison, here is the Rise of the Beast Autobot Studio Series family, and I cannot wait until they release a proper wheeljack. And obviously we get that Mirage that is coming very soon. I think they will look absolutely well together, and the scaling doesn't look too bad between these figures at all. And for the final comparison, here is the Studio Series Optimus on the right compared to the mainline Rise of the Beast Optimus on the left. And as you can see, here is how the truck modes scale between each other and how they look to each other. And I actually don't think any of them look too bad. Both of them have their flaws. Both of them are definitely not perfect in terms of truck mode, but in terms of a fun figure, they both win in that category. And in terms of accuracy, I definitely think the Studio Series one wins. I love the more popping of the ribcage, obviously here at the front, and the more silver that's going around than this. on the main line. I prefer the more accurate black windows compared to the blue as well, but in terms as we turn it to the side, the mainline one probably cleans up the backpack a little bit more in terms of the truck mode, but in terms of more accuracy, I definitely think the Studio Series one wins, but they are both good figures, not perfect truck mode, and this definitely goes down to personal preference. And that does it for my review on the Transformers Studio Series 102, Rise of the Beasts, Voyager, Optimus Prime, and this figure is just absolutely amazing. Definitely a one to get if you can track this figure down. The robot mode looks absolutely unreal. The paint looks so good and vibrant, although a lot of grey is present throughout the figure. This is obviously accurate to that CGI model. The accessories are decent as well on the figure. It would have been better if obviously the arm cannon was bigger and the sword had some orange or yellow on it to represent the glow it had on them on the movie, but obviously the upgrade kit will fix a lot of them problems, and obviously the really big smokestacks on that is present on the Voyager Optimus Prime. Now in terms of vehicle mode, although the back section could have been cleaned up a lot better than what we have, I still think it's a better looking truck mode and definitely great to look at, especially at the front. Overall this figure is absolutely brilliant, definitely a mini masterpiece, and could possibly be the best Optimus Prime that we have seen in the Studio Series line so far. But let me know in the comments what you think of this figure, and for now, as always, take care everyone.